happiness again. I was,
Good. What else is there to talk about? Happiness. Don't ask me anything else.
But I'm wondering, so, a sadhu or somebody who's found this eternal happiness, and I'm wondering if you're always happy, I mean, how would you define your happiness when you haven't seen sadness? Like, you're eternally happy, cool, but didn't you have to like, be sad? You had to know sad or feel the sorrow or whatever in order to say I'm forever eternally happy. How do you, I'm just wondering.
Yeah. Fair question. Sanjana, right? Smiling Sanjana. So it's the same question as Smiling Sanjana is asking. And what we tend to associate happiness, again, we're limiting it to unhappiness, that I feel happiness only when I've experienced unhappiness. But it's still a condition, it's still a limitation. Because what you're saying then is if I don't have unhappiness, then I can't know happiness. But this state of joy or peace is beyond both. Beyond unhappiness and beyond happiness. It transcends both. It's something that's infinite. And so, the best way to describe it is imagine the joy that you feel in sleep. Imagine actually experiencing that joy in everything you do. Sitting there, playing frisbee, eating, drinking, everything. You always have that joy. Do you need unhappiness to enjoy that joy that's your nature? It's not. And that's our mind that's playing games with us that, hey, you know, it's an excuse that I don't want realization because it's not going to be that great because then I won't know unhappiness. That's just the mind that's playing games with us. But it's beyond all of that. And study sleep as much as you can because it's pointing out to our true nature. Let's say you went to sleep at 11:30. At 11:29, you were still here. At 11:30, you lose everything. And you just enter this realm of joy, of freedom, of peace. And the only problem is you don't know it. And when you wake up, you're unhappy because you woke up. Or you say that, I slept so well, I don't remember anything. Because you don't remember it. Now just imagine being awake during that experience. How amazing would that be? Do we really need unhappiness then?
We've never experienced the joy in deep sleep, right? We only know the minute before when we wake up. So you're saying, oh, imagine the joy, but I don't think of deep sleep as a joyful state. I don't know anything about it.
But you do, because that's why you want to go to sleep. Whenever you have a problem, whenever you're tired, whenever you're sad, whenever you're hungry, really, you know, and there's no food, what do you want to do? Just go to sleep so you can forget about it. Because that's a state where all these limitations go away. And when you wake up, we do feel like, hey, I feel great right now. I wish I was sleeping longer. I just had this happen to me 2 days ago when I flew in from Chicago. I was up really late writing emails, and I slept, and then when I woke up and I was like, whoa, where am I right now? Because I woke up in the ashram. And I just sat there for a little while, and I was like, really, where did I go for the last hour? And I was so, like, I just had this feeling of fulfillment, and now I have to wake up and prepare for this camp. But we don't know the actual, in the moment, we're not aware of it, but we do know how it feels. That emotion is still there. Like eating a cake. You're not eating a cake right now, but you know how a cake tastes because you know the joy of eating a cake like last night. So it's something similar to that.
This is all you're telling me.
But you sleep, and you, like right now, if you were having a bad day, what would you want to do? Sleep.
I mean, I get that there's no limitations, but I don't see the joy. I mean, I guess no limitations is joy.
Not but is. The limitation is that which limits your happiness. If you have no limitations, that's the only real happiness there is. The body limits us, the mind limits us, the intellect limits us, the ego limits us. If all of that is taken away, then our true nature gets to shine forth. Right now, all of that's binding us, and so that our nature, which is joy, we can't experience it. And in sleep, all of that, those boundaries, they slowly fade away. And then when we wake up, they come back again. So yes, I'm telling you, and that's why I'm encouraging everyone, start studying sleep. Start really paying attention to your dreams and sleep. And your perspective of the waking state will be changed dramatically.
say about dreams and what they symbolize?
Dreams are those desires which you cannot fulfill in the waking state, meaning I'm a king or I can fly or whatever, as well as those experiences that have left a deep impact on you. So typically when you watch a movie or read a book at night, that same situation and experience comes out in your dream. And I know this firsthand. When I went to the ashram, everyone has heard of Satanic Verses, right? By Salman Rushdie. Everyone keeps telling me about what a forbidden book this is. And when I was at the ashram, I found that our librarian had it. So I started reading it. And I used to read it at night, and it's really, has anyone read it? It's a really crazy book. Like, there's a lot of stories, and like the Butterfly Girl, like, there's a lot of weird stuff that goes on in that book. And I found that that was happening in my sleep and in my dreams. Like, a lot of really strange scenes that were happening in my dream. So I stopped reading it at night, and I started reading it at lunch. Like, right after we had lunch. And then those dreams would go away. So again, all the strong experiences you have during the waking state, that filters to the dream, as well as stuff you can't do. And again, this happened to me in the ashram. Anyone has seen Vanilla Sky with Tom Cruise? That whole movie is about lucid dreaming, right? So for 4 months, I went through a phase of lucid dreaming. And lucid dreaming is where you know you're dreaming, or you're awake while you're dreaming. And it's an awesome experience. And so during this phase of lucid dreaming, I would always just fly around or go swimming and stuff like that. Flying particularly, because I can't do it now. So that's what comes out in dreams, stuff that you want to do, but you just can't do here.
I have two questions. One's related to this. So, you recommend going to sleep early and waking up early?
I didn't say that.
You're
just implying that.
Oh, I guess no, I was asking.
I do.
I mean, I know because you seem to, I feel like you alluded to having slept late at times for various reasons. Like someone mentioned, like watching a movie till 2 a.m., right, at the other camp, and then... No, of course, but then also you said that you're doing emails late at night, like productive work as well. And for someone who like has to set their own schedule, like yourself, many times, do you try to get like a fixed number of hours of sleep, or do you like no matter what time you go to bed, you all try to do it at the same time? Or what's healthy for a spiritual sleep?
The one gift that I took away from Sandipani was this habit of sleeping early. When I was at Sandipani, I would sleep every day at 10 p.m. and get up at 4 a.m. That's when the bell went off anyways. And during the day, I'm very fortunate that I'm able to sleep at any time, in any condition, for any amount of time. So, where most Indians were sleeping for an hour to 90 minutes, I only needed to sleep for 15 minutes during the day, and I would be on my game. Like, some points, once I would have to set the alarm for 3 minutes. Because if I didn't set that alarm, I would just keep on sleeping. So after 3 minutes, when I would get up, it was like I slept hours. Like I would be on my game. If you let me sleep right now for 2 or 3 minutes and got up, like I would just be able to do everything I needed to do without feeling tired. So, I do suggest waking up early and waking up, sleeping early too. Because everything you want in life, all the good things that you want to do with yourself, tend to happen in the morning. Exercising, yoga, meditation, studying, walking around outside, like all those positive activities tend to happen in the morning. And all the negative activities, whether you acknowledge if they're negative or not, eating junk food at night, going to the bar, smoking, gambling, all of that stuff, right? That all happens at night. So if you simply replace 1 hour of nighttime and inserted it into the daytime, like in the morning time, then you live more efficiently. You live more productively. Everything you want, you have an extra hour of, and the stuff you don't want, you have 1 hour less of. And that's why when people say, you know, you're different, or, you know, only a spiritual person can do this, like, I think that's it's such a label, it's such a preconceived notion, it's just efficient living. Like, my business school should have taught me this, but it never did. Like, it's psychology, it's living life efficiently, smartly. So that's what I do, and I sleep for 6 hours. So I try to sleep for 6 hours, and if I have to, then I'll get up at whatever time. Because you got to do what you got to do, right? Like studying for an exam, you can't, oh, I slept so late, I'm just sleeping through my exam now. You can't do that.